Welcome back to the homestead. If you're new here, thanks for joining us. We have a lot of new subscribers and we thank you for subscribing to our channel. What we want to talk about with you today is our goat shelter 2.0, our mobile goat shelter 2.0. This is an upgrade from our original mobile goat shelter. If you haven't caught that video, I'll be sure to post it here, or wherever you post it on the screen or down below for you to check that out. So here we have our upgrade. We're going to talk about the differences that we done for this one versus our other one. So do you want to lead us on that?
Yeah. Well, basically we got some used pallets that we repurposed here. We put our tires on here. These are not the inflatable ones, these are the solid rubber ones, so we can move it about the farm. We found this used gate in the barn. We utilized that, and some of this lumber down at the bottom is from our decking on the old house.
That we took down, which we might be posting a video on us removing our deck.
Yeah. So some of the main benefits, as obvious, is the roof is a lot taller on this one. Just more headroom in this one.
I know someone posted about the height of our last one, and it actually wasn't that big of a deal for the height for the smaller one. If you built the smaller one, due to us moving it so much, it doesn't really need to be cleaned out. Just for the constant moving, and the way we set it up is where you could fill hay or water and things like that just over the edge from the opening of that. We did make this one bigger just to see how we liked it, and this one was more of a longer term stay versus our smaller one. We don't move this one as often as our smaller version, so whatever version you feel fits you more, you can make that.
And this one's definitely larger than the other one.
Yes.
Even the footprint of it.
Yes.
We'll go get you a closer look at what's going on here inside of it, but yeah, it's definitely, there's some benefits to it. But our other original one that we built, it's tall enough for the goats. I mean, that's no problem. But you have to kind of bend over to get in there and put the hay and stuff in it.
If you wanted to get in.
Like Ashley was saying, we have to move it so often, so there's really no sense of having to get in there and clean it out or anything. So.
Right. You can, if you see in our last video, we have an opening where we can easily shove in the hay from where the hay feeder is located, and also the water was just right there for putting that in, and so it wasn't that big of a deal as far as the height goes. But if you want a longer term stay goat house, you might want to add some height to it to where you can get in there and clean it out if need be, things of that nature to give you more freedom to move in and out of your goat shelter. Okay, so let's go ahead and look inside this goat shelter. We'll bring you in to give you an idea of what we're doing. Now we are on a little bit of a hill here. Okay, so here's our pallet hay feeder that we have in the mobile goat shelter. We did the same thing with our smaller one. So here, if you want to get a side shot, Justin.
I'll just come over on this side here. So basically this is just another pallet, and we just kind of shore it up here on the side and just kind of do like a V pattern to hold hay. Yes,
and make sure that this is not big, so big where your goats can get caught if they have horns. Our goats are bigger now, so this is not a danger to them for getting caught. So we have that. Now we do have two feeders in here where we give them their pellets in the evenings. This one, and we have two. And then we also have a mineral thing up here as well. We don't have water in here currently, but we will have that when they come in. And we have water holders here for the buckets, just your horse bucket that you could have to put on the edges here. And this also helps brace it.
Yeah, it definitely helps.
So if you have goat climbers, you want to make sure that you block off this area if you do not have water in it. They can't jump up there and jump out. You do have the option to really do what you need to secure this for your goats. We have meat goats, they're bigger goats. We don't have the little pygmies. who are little escape artists, but if you want to chicken wire this, you can, to make sure that your climbers don't jump out or block that off, that corner off, so they don't climb out.
But we've never had one of our goats get out of here.
No, they haven't got out, but I did want to consider others who have goats who climb to get out. If you want to have this as your year-round housing, you can. You have the option to enclose this with whatever you have extra siding. Now we actually bought this, it's like a, what is that, Justin?
It's just like a plastic roofing material.
Okay, that's what I was going to say, a plastic roofing material that we found at Home Depot. It's lightweight, easy to use, it's easy to cut, so you can use this around to block the wind, to keep the snow, the rain off of them if you wish. We prefer this for summer, spring uses, so you have airflow coming through. Also, to note while you are building this, if you're using reclaimed pallets, make sure your holes here are not big enough for your goats to get their head through. Double check that. And also what I like too of using the pallets is that I have little nooks and crannies to shove hay everywhere else throughout the structure, so nobody's fighting over the one hay holder thing. Unless you wanted to add another one in, you can do that too, but the flexibility of this is what I really like. And we can move this with our Kawasaki mule or our tractor, whichever you prefer. This is enough for our side-by-side to handle that for moving.
Okay, I just want to kind of describe what's going on, how we move the goat pen. Basically, I got two 2x6s down here at the bottom, and I run a piece of all thread through here, and I put I double nutted on each side with a washer, if you can see real close here. Like I said, these are the non-inflatable tires, so they are the solid rubber. Our place is kind of hilly and stuff, so it is kind of rubbing the pallet here, but that's the best way to move it. On the height, we kind of keep it as low to the ground as we can, because we don't want the goats or anything to put their heads underneath the shelter. But I keep it probably maybe 2 inches off the ground. So you'll just have to adjust where you drill your holes through there for your all thread. And that's basically just tighten it up and loosen it just a little bit so the wheel will roll free. I just want to give a little bit more clarification on how that works. And we got, we just got four tires on this one here. So it does pretty well around here. It's a little hilly and you'll hit a few bumps here and there, but if you're on flat ground, this thing would roll really smooth.
We are now in our buck area. This is where we keep our males, and they are actually utilizing our original goat shelter that we built in our first video. This is perfect for the 2 of them currently, and we are doing rotational grazing, and you can see them wanting to check out the microphone. Hey buddies, hey buddies. So they are utilizing this at the moment, and it's helping us keep them on fresh pasture. And as you can see, well, right now they are shedding their winter coat, but they are growing. They're not even a year old yet, and they are growing beautifully on the rotational grazing. So we want to show you the use of our original, that even if you did build, oh, hey buddy! Even if you did build the original, it's still useful. Even if you're bringing up kids, or if you need to separate a goat for like a maternity ward or a sick ward, or if you want to just use it for your goats. So with us having 9 females and them growing, this is not the ideal size, so we have the bigger one. But for them too, right now as they're growing, this size is perfect for them. Now this is what I was mentioning about the opening here, where we can easily, here's our hay, where we can shove in the hay for them. Or if you have a goat, ours are fine where they won't get stuck in this, but if you have a smaller one with horns, you could close this off with some chicken wire or things of that nature. Same thing applies with this. If you'd like to close this up for winter usage, you can. It's really up to you. They're so versatile, so you can make it your own for your own goats.
Kind of been rotational grazing our girls here. This is like the pond bank here. They've already been over here. So this is what it did look like. As you can see all the green shrubs and stuff like that. We move the girls every day on the fresh brush and grasses. Thanks for checking out our mobile goat shelter 2.0.
Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. And also, if you have any questions about our mobile goat shelter that we can answer for you, please make sure you comment below. Thanks, guys. Y'all have a blessed day. Now, here is our original goat shelter. Hold on, let me restart that. Here is, Chesty! He's eating your coat.
Oh well.
Okay.